And it's Judd who's going to break off. As always, fantastic atmosphere in the Crucible Theatre. He's left that possible long red, but he really did play well in the second session, Judd Trump. Now, what a way this would be for the magician to start. Can that magic wand knock this long red in? Wrong ball. And that's not the start you want.
Judd Trump, 4.
Just hit that all wrong.
Yeah, he was forced into that shot.
When he was 8-3 down, Judd, he played 3 frames. Well, he won 5 in a row, but the first 3, Shaun Murphy only scored 1 point. Judd scored over 280.
Six. 7. $14. 15.
'It's a tough shot to get right, that potting the black,
22.
brushing across the face of the red. Try and get the two lined up is quite difficult. He's got a long one into the green pocket. Nicely struck.
23.
And with his cue power, he could decide to go into them here. Look at the action on the cue ball. Too much.
30.
Really took off once he hits the reds. Delayed action, colliding to reds and finally breaking free, but too much power on it. And that's a very risky red into the middle pocket. Looks a bit easier on our TV screens than it actually is. Very difficult shot coming up should he attempt this.
Looks like it's a safety, even though this red would pass the green. Don't blame Judd for that.
Judd Trump, 30.
In fact, some of his tactical play has been very good throughout this year's World Championship.
I was talking to John Parrott this morning, Dennis, and his sort of assessment was that perhaps Shaun let Judd in lightly yesterday in the tactical department. He didn't make it hard enough for him and gave him, not exactly made it easy for him, but didn't make it hard enough in the tactical department. But I didn't see the whole of the session.
Well, that's a bit better. That's a pretty good safety from Shaun there. Yeah, Judd was matching Shaun, and at one stage his safety success rate was even higher than Shaun's. And there you see it, he's still 1% ahead of Shaun in the safety success department. You wouldn't have expected that. That's the tournament safety success rate. And Judd at 85%, so, you know, he has worked on his tactical game. And I think Judd has probably realised that, you know, he can't just pot his way to become world champion. You've got to mix it around a little bit. He's so exciting to watch, but if he improves in the tactical department, watch out, everybody.
superb shot there from Shaun Murphy. Very easy to catch those thick. May have to play off one of these two reds on the left of the table. Screw back into bulk.
That's an alternate just to land on that, but he has got plenty of cue power. That was a bonus. He was trying to make sure and get the cue ball up into the balk area and wobble this red in the pocket, but it went straight in the pocket. I've seen Ronnie O'Sullivan knock in a similar shot in his session, but it was a bonus for the red to go in there.
Years back we used to have shot of the championship quizzes, competitions. I think that would have won it in previous years. Just checking where the best place is to put the cue ball to. Somewhere down by that green pocket looks favourite.
Brown ball.
Yeah, we use the definition, green pocket, yellow pocket. John Spencer used to do that. But that's when you're playing, you know, the green would go in, that would be the green pocket, the yellow pocket the other side of the table. The black pocket is where you normally would put the black. Because it's a bit confusing, we normally talk about the top of the table play, where the black is, but on your screens, it's the bottom of the table, so it does get a little confusing at times.
Looks like that red into the middle pocket's easy, doesn't it, on the TV? You think, why isn't he going for that?
What is he going for it? That was straightforward, Steve. That was a good pot, but look where he put the cue ball. He had a little bit of safety in mind also. Up behind the green.
Judd trump. 1.
Playing a good hard frame so far. The side of the pack of reds on the right hand side would hopefully be an area that Shaun Murphy could nestle into. Not sure he can actually get to that bit though.
He needs to catch this one correctly.
That was always a possibility. I don't think we'll be seeing Judd turn this down. Not only can he try and pot this red, but I think he can play it in such a way that he leaves it safe should he miss.
Yeah, he made that look very easy. But Shaun was in a bit of a hole there previously. The red he hit when getting out of the snooker. There was always a possibility he could leave it. No, how's that cue ball going to finish? It's not bad. I think he can get through to the potting angle. Okay, he's pushed the black safe.
5.
Well, maybe he can't. He's going to have to try and cut this one into the right corner. And when he's on fire, he can pot anything. If the brown doesn't go, He's up behind the brown again, so he's dominating this opening frame at the moment with quite some good tactical play, Steve, which we wouldn't expect from Judd.
No, it's not his favoured method, but
Brown ball.
as you do your apprenticeship in this game, it's your job to get the balance right. Seems to be doing a very good job.
Yeah, he'd love to push the brown safe and get in behind the green, but he may not have the angle for that. Another shot here, just to drop on the yellow and leave it an awkward shot. You don't always have to get the snooker. If he just rolled onto the yellow, it would leave it very awkward. The brown will pot, but it's the wrong angle.
Yeah, you could push the brown up close to the black, should he want to.
Judd trump, 6.
Got the snooker as well, judged the pace of that very well. Wanted to make sure the brown got past the middle pocket and into a safe position. He couldn't risk leaving it over the pocket. There'd be no point in that. I think Shaun can play that shot now, just safely nestling up into the back.
Surely it's not a 3-ball plant that he's pushed on there. I don't think it will be. Well, Judd's looking at it. Not quite. I don't know if he could squeeze that plant, Steve, the way they're sitting. So it's going to the left of the pocket, but you can sometimes make the angle with squeezing it.
That would probably straighten up a fraction, but I'm not just sure he was able to see enough of the red in the first place. Well, he's got the pace of this wrong.
Yeah, Judd certainly has started well here, and it's not all about his potting. His tactical play has been superb. And he's got 43 points advantage, with more to come. With the yellow, the brown and black safe, he's a strong favourite to make it 6 frames in a row.
Seven. Eight. Judd trump, 8.
Tempting to put the blue safe as well, so I mean, if Shaun Murphy gets a chance, there's going to be no colours available. It's a bit like a young Steve Davis, the way Judd Trump's playing here. A little bit on the thick side that time.
Well, Shaun hasn't come to have a look to see if this is a plant. He can catch that red, so we assume it's not on. He's obviously got other choices.
Well, it looks as if he's setting himself up to take this pot on. He's going to cannon the reds. This is a big shot for Shaun. Well, how unlucky is that? Played the positive shot. I mean, to hit the middle red and snooker yourself, now that is so unlucky there.
Would be some type of shot to get black and brown out and guarantee getting down the table. There's the possibility you could play thin on the black, collide with the brown, and then topspin, take it down the table. That's what he's going to do, try and open the frame up. But it's very risky. I think he'd be concentrating on the black, getting it into open play.
Yeah, it's like a little billiard shot, a cannon
Brown
off the
ball.
black onto the brown. Well, you can see enough of the brown anyway. Doesn't want to pot that.
Shaun
That's
Murphy,
got
1.
one of the colours into play.
Actually, take that back. Brown was important as well. Called it a bit thick. First real mistake from Judd Trump. Just about got away with it.
Just over the 5 hours for the 16 frames. Been a very entertaining quarter-final.
Yeah, modern day World Championship snooker seems to average out about 20 minutes a frame, doesn't it? Judd Trump can get past this red to the one closer to the cushion.
He should have tried to screw that back there. What a shot. How well did he time this? Have a look at this. The white stops and then fizzes back. I mean, great shot. But this is not... Oh, I thought he was going in the middle pocket there. He's fine. That should be the end of frame.
5. Six.
Well, we've had a little bit of everything from Judd in this opening frame. We had that fabulous long pot, but we've also had some very good tactical play.
12.
Yes, and
13.
Judd had problems against Marco Fu early in the match, but once he got into his stride and got off the leash...
You know, that pink nearly rolled off a little bit there against the nap.
He's a handful.
19.
Very tough to keep him under wraps for a whole match, that's for certain.
20.
But he loves to entertain, doesn't he? When the frame's over, he loves to play exhibition type shots. Nothing wrong with that. There's no disrespect to his opponent. He just loves doing it. Well, even Judd Trump can't pot this yellow, surely. Don't be surprised if he doesn't cut it in and get on the green.
Judd Trump, 26, and the frame.
Well, the best possible start for Judd Trump. He played the perfect game of snooker, you'd have to say there, and he has taken the frame. He now leads 9-8.
And he leads for the first time since the opening frame of this quarter-final. And gentlemen, have we seen two contenders for shot of the championship here?
Yeah, well, when he burst onto the scene a couple of years ago at the championship, he was potting balls from everywhere. What about this for a pot? I mean, OK, he's got an element of safety in it, but to even get near the jaws with this is brilliant. So you're going to start knocking those in. Well, that's a fantastic shot. Yeah.
Nice one to start us off there, and Kenny, there were so many others in that particular.
Just have a look at how he cued this one in. I mean, watch his head as well. Watch how still he keeps. Now, and also watch the cue ball. Stops there and then just accelerates. And I could be there for a month of Sunday trying to play that shot, and there's no chance.
What's interesting though is we've had a bit of thrust and parry from him, because he clearly knows when to attack, but his defensive play is also very solid, and we've seen a percentage rise in that over the last 5 or 6 frames or so.
Well, I think he's gained a lot of experience, you know, over the last couple of seasons, even since he's been in the final here a couple of years ago against John Higgins. He will have some great memories of that, even though he did lose. But he's gaining experience all the time and competing and winning tournaments. And we've seen evidence of that, even these opening, you know, shots against Shaun Murphy. He's really containing and dictating the play.
This is a horrible situation for Shaun Murphy. He's been stuck on 8 for the last 6 frames, and he's just honest. It's like you're standing in glue. You just can't go. He just wants to get off 8. Psychologically, needs to win a frame.
Okay, back we go.
Can he see enough of this red? Of course he can see enough of the red. So is there a safe place on the table when Judd Trump starts knocking these type of pots in? Oh, little bit careless on that one, took his eye off the black, but I'll tell you what, he may have gotten away with this. There's no easy pot, so if this red doesn't go in the middle pocket, he's had a result, but I think maybe it just goes.
He's certainly got a red into the green pocket, but of course that red over the yellow pocket is a concern.
He badly needs this one in. Well played. Very good shot. And now it's so important for Shaun to make Judd pay for that miss on the black. And straight away he's let the white run away. As we show you the long red, he's let the position run slightly awry there.
Yeah, looked to be playing for the red in the middle pocket. No problem. Screw up for the blue, pink, whatever he feels like.
No.
Too sure with the pink spots. Could have been preferable to play for the blue there.
He was flying, and he thought just a matter of potting the blacks, splitting the reds, took his eye off the pot. Shaun just stepping back while referee Colin Humphreys just gets that pink into a very tricky spot there. He's got to get as near to its own spot directly behind it, and he tried to get it in the middle of the reds, but there wasn't enough room there.
Thank you. 15.
I'm just looking at the frame scores. Shaun made a 91 break to go 7-2 in front. Since then, his highest break has been 36. Could do with a frame winner
26.
just to restore his confidence.
24.
Doesn't struggle to get a rhythm going, even if he's been frozen out of a match. He wouldn't necessarily think that he'd had such a torrid time of it for the last 6 frames. Walks around the table with confidence. You'd think he was in front.
You know, I've seen Shaun down the years under pressure play some of his best snooker. When he won the World Championship in 2005, he was really under it against Matthew Stevens. Everyone thought Matthew was going to be world champion that year. But Shaun, under extreme pressure,
38.
played some unbelievable snooker. There's only one more red that's available, the one at the front of the 3 reds in pink. Don't think the one next to the yellow's on. He's got a slight angle on the blue here, just to play a nice little cannon. He doesn't have to hit this with a lot of pace. Delicate little cannon would open them up. Well, he's played for the individual one, the only one that was available.
43.
Will he get a better angle this time to move them, or when he removes this red, is the one to the left available?
$44.
Might be on. The one just above the 2 reds in pink. We'll find out the way he plays this black. It is. It's available.
$51. $52.
Well, he hasn't had many chances in the last 6 frames. He's had a good few chances, but, you know, to produce this after losing 6 frames in a row, that's typical of Shaun Murphy. Needs this cannon to work out for him. Well, it could have been better. He's got the one to the middle pocket. Should be able to come around onto the black. Just come off the side and back cushion behind the black to leave the black on. In fact, he's held it off one cushion. 58 in front. A couple more pots. And Shaun Murphy's back on track. Oh, look where the cue balls ran. If he's straight on this red to the middle, he's
67.
okay. 66 in front. He just needs the one red. He's had a quick look at the scoreboard. He's close to this, but I think he can make this in the middle pocket. He's having to raise the butt of the cue. It's in.
68.
So he has punished Judd Trump for the missed black when trying to scatter the reds all over the table.
$74. $75. $82.
Good point you made there, Steve. Shaun walks around the table like he's the one that's won 6 frames in a row. He's a very confident player. He's a model professional. He always has been. Loves the game of snooker, and he's a pretty good ambassador for the game. Needs a good black go
89.
to have a chance at the century. Tougher pink. The boys queuing well again. Every credit to Shaun Murphy.
95.
We've had 38 centuries so far in this year's World Championship. Shaun's had 4. Make that
101.
5. Showing great character
103.
here. And now we've got a match on our hands. We know that Shaun's queuing beautifully. This could turn out to be
106.
quite a special session, this. Who will get through to the semi-final?
110.
His highest break has been
115.
128. If he pots the pink and black, he'll equal that.
121.
Well done, Shaun Murphy. He lost 6 frames in a row, and that's the way to answer back. Get a chance and clear the table. That's a magnificent break of 128. We're all square.
My goodness, tell us about the response from Shaun Murphy, having been sitting and held captive in his chair.
Absolutely,
For so long.
just what the doctor ordered. Great response from Shaun Murphy. It shows you a lot about his character, tells you a lot about his character. Because as John said, you know, 6 in a row he lost, so he'd be feeling pretty nervous, but that will settle him down, and as Dennis said, we do have a match on.
What does start to happen, John? You've been sitting there at the end of last session last night, and then the same thing starts to happen at the front of this session. What begins to go on in your mind at that point?
Well, last night, I mean, I felt a bit for him. We've all been out in the pit, and when some sessions just run away from you. Judd we had a bash at a few balls, in fairness, got away with a few last night, kept leaving sort of half chances for him to get in. The ones he had, Shaun, he lost the cue ball after the couple, and all of a sudden you could see him sitting there, and he really had no answers. You could see the session was running away from him, and I said last night, you know, he needs to have a good night's sleep, come back, because that session just run away. If they'd have carried on playing last night, I honestly believe Judd would have won the match. So he's obviously come away, come back today, fresh, totally different perspective on it. He's hit that ball there in that frame like he did at the start of the match.
Okay, an interesting point that Dennis made about his body language.
Yeah.
You would never know from his demeanour around the table that he was under it in any way.
Absolutely, because he walks around like he owns the table. It's always good to do that, because it sort of sends out signs to your opponent as well that you're not weak, you know, that you're still confident, you're strong, and that when you're at that table, you have to really look like you own it, and you're going to win the frame from that position. He always looks like that.
One big factor for me in this is how he concentrates. I've got no doubt about the level of his ability, no doubt how he can compete, great character. If he concentrates 100% on every ball through the session, he's got a massive chance.
Okay, Steve Dennis, back to you.
Yeah, walk around the place like he owns it. Steve Davis did that for about 10 years, walked around the Crucible like he owned it. Well, he did. Can Shaun continue with a good long pot? Oh, he was a long way off that. But have a look where the cue ball's finished. He's got away with it. Bit fortunate once he missed the pot. In fact, it's a bit of a stalemate where the white is finished. There's very little Judd can do here, only just roll into them. We could have a re-rack here. This would be one of the earliest re-racks we've ever had at the Crucible.
Touch and ball.
Yeah, that red over the middle pocket is potable from everywhere down the bottom of the table, apart from in the green pocket area. Don't really think Shaun can get there from this shot. Could play a tempter to the top rail, let it be dead straight in the jaws of the black pocket. Ask the question of Judd. Wouldn't want to get a positive answer though, would you?
No, he can get the game back to normality if he takes the one up to the right of the blue, but he's got to be careful if he plays that back up the table. As long as he keeps the red away from the yellow, green and brown.
Modern players, modern day tactics, always looking for a half chance. Can you roll this in, play safe at the same time if you miss it? Well, he didn't play to roll it in, that's for certain, and perhaps he didn't even play the pot.
Yeah,
or at least I hoped he didn't make much difference one way or the other, did it?
No, he just played to wobble it in the jaws, send it up the table. But now we've got two reds up there, makes the safety zone behind the black. And there's no player in the game likes this type of frame.
Error. Certainly didn't want that to happen. And a half chance for Judd Trump.
And that's right in the pocket.
One.
You said immediately, Steve, error, and you are absolutely right. That was a bad mistake from Shaun. That was very careless.
8.
And he might be made to pay for it.
$16. 17.
Does look like this session's winding up to be a bit of a slugfest.
Well, there's the ball spotted, both 259. I suppose that's why the score is 9 frames all. Didn't have to go into the pink there. It's just away from the bunch. Just played for the single red.
28.
He's still got a couple more loose reds, but he might leave himself nicely on the black this time.
29.
And he does play this shot well. If he goes into the bunch, they're an awkward bunch, but the way he generates so much spin, he never seems to have a problem. He's still got two loose reds to think about, but you know Judd wants to get into the bunch as soon as possible. He's just making his mind up as to whether to do it now or wait for another chance. It looks as if he's going to wait.
Yeah, you would have expected
36.
the pack to be opened there. Got a nice last resort hanging over the green pocket, so he can afford to risk going into the pack. Power screw back, power stun even. Has he got the separation? I think he just has. Yes.
43. 44. $51. 52. 59.
Well,
Judd Trump, 59.
I don't know if he got a heavy contact or whether it was just the awkward bridging that caused him to miss that, but how costly will that be? Let's have a look, see. Maybe he just took his eye off it. Well, this could be quite a turning point, because it looked pretty straightforward for Judd to have a run to the winning line in this frame. And the way Shaun Murphy cued in the previous frame, I wouldn't put it past him
8.
to come back and clear up here, although he didn't play that too well.
Nine.
And that delicate little cannon has got him back in prime position.
At this level, he's the favourite to win the frame.
It was a simple little cannon, but very, very
15.
effective.
16.
Just in between frames on the other side of the arena. That's what all the noise is about.
23. $24.
The only real hope for Judd Trump here is possibly in potting the last red, that he somehow goes wrong. If brown and yellow
31.
and green were on their spots, it would be an easier prospect. You still wouldn't expect Shaun
32.
Murphy to make a blunder once he got to the last red. He's got to be a bit careful with this positional shot. Play the red in the middle pocket.
Just walking away from the shot and back into it again. That's the thing to do. No point in changing your mind when you're down on the shot. That's the worst possible thing to do.
39. $40.
May be able to play off the last red for the brown in the middle pocket. Maybe relatively easy way of resolving the problem. He's gone a bit wide on that for that shot.
46. Yeah.
Of course, he can come around the back and play the brown into the same pocket as the red.
Not sure if that yellow is blocking the brown from respotting if he plays on the brown. We'll find out very shortly.
Yeah, I assumed it was, but
47.
playing the green could go wrong if he had the worst possible angle on the green.
Yeah, there wouldn't have been enough room for the brown, so the brown would have gone on the green spot. But he's fine as it is. The only slight problem is when he gets on the yellow when potting this green, that he's got to make sure he doesn't snooker himself behind that brown. So I think he can drop the yellow in the middle
50.
and leave the green. And a body blow for Judd Trump if he clears up here. thought he'd missed
52.
that. He stayed down on the shot. Just there, he thought, oh, it's not going in. And then it dropped.
55.
Superb from Shaun Murphy here. Really is. So Judd missed a black
59.
off the spot in the previous frame. Shaun made 128. He's missed a red when bridging over it. Another red. I don't think he got a kick.
64.
And just the pink needed. What a great frame from Shaun Murphy. Judd Trump had a break of 59. It looked easy at one stage. He missed that red. Shaun Murphy's cleared up with a break of 70. He's back in the lead. It's 10-9 to Shaun Murphy.
This is what we want for May Day, isn't it? I hope everyone at home is enjoying this. We certainly are here. Let's talk about the story of the frame. You were talking earlier, John, about concentration levels within Shaun Murphy. And was this miss early on an example of what you were saying?
Well, he's just gone. Can you take the story up there?
Well, yeah, John was saying about his concentration. This is a prime example of it. Just not concentrating to actually get tight to that red, so he doesn't leave that easy opener. Well, it wasn't, you couldn't say it was an easy, but it's a chance to get in, and he did get in, and he made a 59 break, and then this happened.
Indeed, yeah.
And then, you know, this is the level you're playing at. He's played some fantastic shots in this break. Just took his eye off it, slightly over, but I have to say, what followed it was absolutely superb. Under, you know, the severest of pressures, quarter-final World Championships, that was a superb clearance.
Who looks the stronger for you so far, guys?
Well, I mean, you know, Judd started off well, but Murphy has really come back. He's shown his mettle in those couple of frames, you know, the previous one and that frame as well, like making that nice break, and that will certainly give him huge confidence going into this next frame now.
You agree, John?
Yeah, I think Shaun's looking really good. He's sticking his chest out, walking around the venue, stomping around. He always a good sign when he's playing properly. And obviously Judd can still play a little bit as well. It's really bubbling up nicely, this.
It is, yeah. When I look at the matches between them, it's Judd Trump who holds a slight advantage. He's had 3 wins to Murphy's 2. Significantly, the last time, the only time they met at the Crucible was in Judd's very first match here on his debut in 2007. Shaun won the day 10-6 there, but we have a much, much longer match. Clearly, this is a best of 25, and just to remind you, the first of 13 will be into the Crucible semi-final.
Not the best break-off shot from Shaun. Judd, let's see how close he can get to this long pot. Oh, can't get any closer than that.
One.
Needs a little flick, and he hasn't got it. Very unlucky. Just under 9 feet, a long pot. But unlucky to finish where he did. No chance of a pot, so all he can do is just nestle on the blue.
Yeah, ideally he'd have liked to have been on the yellow. He obviously doesn't think he can get enough of the cue ball. You don't, when you play this shot, you're not really expecting
One.
for your opponent to sort of give you a leave. He didn't really get it that tight either, so you would expect Shaun Murphy to get out of this no problem. Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because of the 3 reds that are loose to the left of the bunch, he can't come off that side. If he comes off the right side and nestles in the bunch, possible leave to the right middle pocket. And if he plays to land on the one behind the black, he's got to be spot on, or he could push it into a potable position. So he's got to just lay on this dead weight. And that looks a little bit pacey. He's left the pot on.
Ready to be disappointed with that. There were other options, but they all had an element of risk.
One.
I must say, Dennis, the pockets along the top cushion this week and last week have looked relatively easy. They nicely controlled shot there from Judd Trump, beautifully played, deserves to have got something out of it. Just seems like the top cushion has been
8.
hugging, so to speak, So you can afford to play to the far jaw, and even that one that Judd played hit the cushion first and still went in off the far jaw. Speaking to Ricky
No.
Warden earlier, and he said that the pockets are quite accepting. Not bad tables to make breaks on.
Let's have a look.
14.
Just touched the cushion before the pocket. I know there'll be a lot of
15.
people watching in their snooker clubs and they'll be thinking the pockets are easy. They're easy in relation to the match pockets that these boys are used to playing on. In relation to a club table, they're very, very tight, even these. He's not in prime position just yet.
Well, he made that shot
21.
look effortless. Tremendous amount of backspin.
Might take the opportunity to cannon in. Although there's loads of loose reds, he might cannon into the 4 here. If he can run it through, he'll do it that way. Yeah, he could pass that red, so doesn't want to be risking cannons if he doesn't need them.
29.
Well, it's so difficult now to pick a winner of this quarter-final.
Well, and with Ronnie O'Sullivan on the brink of going through,
37.
he will play the winner of this match, and whoever it is, it's a mouth-watering prospect.
38.
Yeah, it would grace any final, but it's unfortunately going to be a semi-final.
$45. $46.
It's good to watch, isn't it, this session? It's been fascinating.
51.
Judd won the opening frame with some terrific tactical play. He made one mistake in the second frame. Shaun Murphy cleared the table with 128. Judd made a 59 in that last frame. Missed a relatively easy red. Shaun cleared up with a 70. Well, can this continue after the interval? I hope so, because I'm enjoying every shot.
$57.
It's amazing how the left-handed
58.
players, when using the rest, switch to the right hand. Another great player of bygone years, your doubles partner. You won the World Championship 5 times with Tony Mayo. Used to switch when using the rest from left to right.
Yes, Dean Reynolds.
65.
That clinches the frame. Great session of snooker this has been.
Yeah, I think we all need the interval, don't we, just to get a breather. But it's top-class
73.
stuff we're watching from these two great players.
74.
It's had a bit of everything this session. First one to crack. Who's it going to be?
Well, no century break, but he won't bother about that. It's been scintillating snooker we've witnessed. Can't wait for more of this. And the players go to the mid-session interval. We're all square at 10 frames each. Now, can he knock this long red in? He tried one in one of the previous frames and didn't get near it. There's the answer. Beautiful cueing. And a delicate little cannon here. Didn't have to crash into them on that occasion.
8. Nine.
Well, there's not much to pick between these players at the moment, is it? Well, look at the points, 1,000 points each. That's amazing. Big shot coming up. The red at the back of the bunch will go into the right corner. He's going to crash into the reds. Got to keep your eye on the pot. We've seen Judd miss a black earlier when playing a similar type shot. Where's that cue ball? Where is it? It's
17.
right over the middle pocket. What a chance, Steve.
Yes, very controlled shot. Would have been very unfortunate not to be on a colour the way he played it. You can just drop this in. Choices of reds. The most important
22.
shot of this break so far. All of a sudden, it's a frame-winning chance. Puts a little bit more heat on this shot.
$23.
He's certainly cueing very smoothly at the moment, under extreme pressure, but as I said earlier, Shaun Murphy produces some of his best snooker when he's under pressure. Got plenty of experience.
Yeah, notice there, I was talking to Stephen Hendry
30.
yesterday about the fact he's working with Chris Henry. And you'll notice
31.
that Shaun Murphy has just shortened the length from tip to bridge. He's getting a bit closer with his bridge to the shot. It's similar to, say, Mark King, who plays with a very short length bridge.
38.
And of course that does help cut down the
39.
error. And on this shot now, most players perhaps play with a bridge about foot 18 inches, but Shaun getting quite close there. Can be a bit more compact.
46. 47.
Just let that slip away slightly. He's going to need another cannon. I don't know if he can play onto the pink. That would be perfect if he could. Really looks good. He really does.
54.
Got that cue ball under control. He didn't in the second session. He was getting to 30, 40, then running out of position. He hasn't been doing that today.
$55.
First to 13, goes through to the semi-final. Just a few more pots, and Shaun will only be 2 frames away from getting himself into the semi-final. Got a kick there. It's took all the pace out of the cue ball.
62.
Judd's been tweeting at the mid-session interval. Seems to be the in thing these days. The golfers do it, or some of the golfers do it. Well, he's not rushing this shot. He knows the importance of it. It's amazing, that heavy contact. How costly is that going to be? Because the frame was there for the taking until he got a kick and left the cue ball near the cushion.
1.
Can you believe it? The 19th frame. Judd made a 59 break, missed the red. Shaun cleared up with a 70. Is he going to return the compliment here?
This is a lot harder prospect. Not impossible. Just about. Did the most important
40.
thing. Shifted that red to a more potable position.
15.
So is it going to come down to just that red along the top cushion?
He doesn't want the brown to cover this red. It has. He's going to have to play a more difficult
20.
pot now. There's 2 more reds available. The one up into the right corner. He's had a glance at that. The one to his right. He's coming around to have a look at it. So it's the long straight red. A Judd Trump special required here. Brilliant. He might have to now play for that red on the cushion that Steve referred to. Oh, that was a bit of a twitchy one there from Judd. Looking back at the table, wondering, how did I miss that?
Yeah, I think he was trying to create a little bit more of an angle to get the white ball back off the cushion, so he wasn't dead straight on the red. Oh, miles out. Has he got away with it? Okay.
He has, Steve. But when he missed it, I thought he was going to leave it over the pocket, but that was another twitchy one. So it's twitching time at the Crucible.
On first glance, it looks like the only thing Judd Trump can do is try and contain the situation, but in rolling up to this red off the top cushion, he could leave himself open to a good safety. He's got to get it tight, very tight, and that's a better way. Took a risk there.
Great stuff this, Steve, isn't it? Tweeting and twitching, you can't beat it.
Yeah, if Judd Trump had just rolled onto that red and not got it close up, Shaun Murphy would have had an easy safety shot, perhaps snooking in behind the black. Much more aggressive safety shot. And this is a tough one to take on, but there's an escape path back down the table in between green and brown.
Well, he got the escape path, but the red is possible. And the white will be heading over towards that red. That's to the left of the yellow.
5 plays.
Just a little bit of noise up in the crowd. Key shot coming up here.
I don't think he can avoid collision with other balls here, so it's 100%. Just the pot. Oh, he did. Nicely played. Well, you'd be delighted with the outcome of that.
Although Shaun has a 40-point advantage, one mistake and that lead could disappear.
I think Judd Trump can get through to the red near the green as a shot to nothing.
Yeah, he'd finish on the black if he knocks this in.
He's got to avoid the middle pocket. Breaks, he says. Very thin cut. Hasn't really got too much control over the cue ball.
He hit it far too thin in the end. Has he fluked a snooker behind the yellow? Not quite, I don't think.
Did a little bit of body movement on the shot there when he played that. Just a fraction.
Well, maybe he can't get past the yellow to take this red for the middle pocket.
Yeah.
He only needs that one that's next to the green. But we couldn't quite see from that angle whether he could pass the yellow. Hawkeye tells you he can. Surely Hawkeye's not lying.
He tells pork pies every now and again, I think. Well, if what we saw from Hawkeye was the case, Shaun Murphy would be down and potting it by now.
The camera there tells you that he can't quite. He'd have to bend this slightly.
Problem is, he can't see enough of the red to hit it onto the other red and get them both up the table. So, what does he do here? Does he just play as if it's a snooker and go for the red closest to the blue off one cushion? It looks like the red pots into the red by the green pots into the yellow pocket, which makes the situation not that safe on the last red. Problem for Shaun Murphy. I think perhaps he could. I think he'd probably be happy to just hit that red. I think he'd probably get away with it safety-wise, hit the far side of the red. Yeah.
Yeah, he'll take that. Well, he thought for a minute and a half, but it was worth the thinking time. Just hit that a little too hard. I was hoping to get the snooker.
This could mess the green up a bit, which is to Shaun Murphy's advantage. Shaun will be delighted to see that green go a little bit safer. Shaun also won't want to move the red on the side cushion, even though Judd Trump's left-handed, he'll prefer to keep it there. So, off the top cushion.
He might just get a snooker here if he gets this right. Well, he's playing the other red. I thought he was playing the... he's missed it completely and given 7 away.
Oh,
And a free ball. I thought
Free
he was
ball.
going to play the other one off the
Judd
cushion and
Trump
just send it up past the green and possibly get a snooker. But he wanted to leave that red, you said, safe, but he never dreamt he'd hit the black. He's got to put him back in from here. He could take the free ball, but if he can't pot, let's see, if he can get through to the pink.
Yeah. I think if he puts Shaun Murphy back in, Shaun's got quite an easy escape. Well, I don't like that much. I think Shaun probably can go off a side cushion and pot the red. Might as well have put it back to where it was. But as you say, Dennis, if the pink went, could make a case for actually going for the pink. Well, a bit lucky there. He got the green back safe again.
You'd think from that angle he could take the red into the right middle pocket, get himself on a colour. It obviously isn't as straightforward. Well, he could. It was always the shot. He'll get an extra 7 points.
He ran too far down the table for any chance of being able to pot the black and screw the red out. Off the back cushion, snooker behind the red, snooker behind the green. Really see the point of that. Get the points.
Well, he needed the points, didn't he?
Might be able to flick the green into play. Don't think he'd be
8.
trying it though. Just got to make sure he gets the red ball safe here. Be a no value double really, or low value double to take on. No guarantee to win the frame, but he may take it. Didn't try.
Judd Trump 8.
Could have caused a problem there. Tough to see if Shaun can get through.
I think he can hit the red, but can he see enough of it? Is it a guide to possibly potting the red? He won't cannon into the pink. And it might go close to the corner pocket. No, he's hit it all wrong. Surprised he was digging down instead of playing plain ball and trying that, or even if he hits it too thin, he would have got it safe.
Well, it's a chance now for Judd Trump. Okay, the green's on the side cushion, but as we mentioned earlier, he's left-handed. One good positional shot could all open out here. It's like a 3/4 ball on the yellow, not too straight. Perfect.
He'd want to get close to the green. I've put the other little white ball up. If he could get somewhere there and not be dead straight, I don't know if he's got the angle to get over to that white. He's tried to move the green.
7.
Well, I fully expected him to play to the side cushion for the green down the rail. Perhaps that's me getting a bit too aggressive there.
Judd Trump 7.
It wasn't that hard a shot down the rail. They haven't been that difficult, have they, down the cushions?
Yeah, I was surprised. Judd being a left-hander, I thought he was going to just drop in behind it, but he felt he could move it. Now this is well played. If it bounces, it's a snooker behind the pink. It has bounced, but has it bounced far enough? That's the question. Well, and even if it hasn't, he can hit it thin enough to play it off the side cushion and leave it safe. Which is what he's done. He's played that nicely.
Well played, but not good enough. Oh, I thought he was going to hit the blue. Yeah, even better played now. May have forced Judd to come off the top cushion first to try and hit the green onto the side cushion, and then somewhere down on the middle of that bulk cushion. He could play to hit the green onto the black. Let's see if he can see enough of it. Got a chance of snookering Shaun Murphy off of this back cushion.
Something like that, Steve. Well called, well spotted, but he didn't get the green safe, so he'll be delighted to see the white go in behind the pink, that's for sure. He hasn't potted it, surely. Oh, I thought that was going to drop in the middle pocket, and that would have been end of frame. As it is, it still might be the end of frame, but it's Judd that will take it. Oh, this will be a bit of a body blow for Shaun.
Yeah, that first safety escape that he tried to play that he missed, and then the cue ball went behind the black, was the start of all the problems. What a turnaround this has been.
7. Well,
what a turnaround. He looked a strong favourite for this frame.
$18.
Well, it's a bad frame for Shaun Murphy to lose. He made a break of 62. He had a couple of chances, but Judd Trump has done so well to take the frame, and he now leads 11-10.
And what a move from Judd Trump, and it really came down to that green and the way he figured out the snooker on that one.
Yeah, Steve Davis called it quite rightly in commentary. He was always quite clever, Steve, wasn't he? But watch this, just watch the way he plays it. He doesn't play it too hard. He's trying to half ball the green from the back cushion, but most importantly, the cue ball somewhere around the vicinity of the pink. And how well did he play that? And proved dividends, because Shaun came out of snooker, left it over the middle, and it gave him the chance to win the frame.
And
great shot.
Hurt.
It's going to hurt. I'm Shaun's so unlucky because he's played a really good shot controlled on the green. To hit it where it doesn't quite go in the pocket but hit the jaw and come back to be potted, he'll be absolutely sick that's happened.
It is interesting to be asking different questions of these men. I noticed from the last match with Shaun Murphy against Graham Dott, it went 10 frames apiece. Now he's used to the pressure building in the latter stages of matches. Judd to this point has kind of sailed through in the end in his 2 matches. Makes a difference.
I'll tell you what's quite evident in this, the patience that Judd has shown as well, because he's been tactically very, very good in this match, you know, and he hasn't been sort of thrown caution to the wind that we may have seen during the season, or sometimes even in this championship. He's been tactically quite astute, and as I said before, I think it's just gaining a lot of experience, and it's proven dividends for him in this match so far.
Well, he said, and I read some quotes in the build-up to the championship, where he said he no longer plays naughty snooker. He has tightened up. He calls it conservative snooker now. I'm sure his fans will be absolutely bereft at that news, but it's working.
It's that's conservative
Exactly.
streak. I mean, I was in the comments, well, I know, honestly, if I was in there the other night, believe you me, he took the front row out with his elbow on about 3 or 4 of them. So he still have a crack at one of them, but it's conservative by his own standards, let's play it like that. But the other thing, Shaun, maybe that kick he had on the black Ken in that frame, that frame was all over. These are the things you have to put to your back of your mind and start again.
Okay, so 2005 champion Shaun Murphy has work to do in this quarter-final.
Yeah, that kick that the boys referred to was the turning point. He was on a 62 break, got the kick, finished near the cushion and missed the red in the middle pocket, and that turned the frame around completely. But these things happen. You've got to forget about that. It's still difficult to pick a winner of this one. I know Hazel thinks it's going to go all the way. I think everybody in the Crucible Theatre would like it to go all the way to the deciding frame. Good opening long pot there from Shaun Murphy. Not the best kiss on the yellow. He's looking to see if the red to the right of the black goes, which tells me he's thinking about cutting the brown in. He's on the baulk line with the cue ball also, so that always tells you that you've got a chance of cutting this in. But I'm not sure about playing it at that pace.
Shaun Murphy, 1.
Got to make sure of the pot. It's a thin cut, and to hit it at that pace makes it a lot more difficult. He wanted to open the game up, but surely not. He's covered the black. Or has he? Can he bend it slightly?
Well, the body language said he wasn't on it. Bit of a wind up for your opponent, that. I think the guy's messed it up and just gets down and knocks it in and plays near ideal position.
Yeah.
9.
Just over 6 hours of some fascinating snooker in this quarter-final. Look at all those reds where they're sitting. They're all covered
16.
into the right corner, but there's a few available into this left corner.
17.
And you even they are blocking each other somewhat, so he's going to have to get a cannon shortly. He might even decide to do it now. It looks as if they're all nicely in the open, but they are blocking each other, so a cannon into the little triangular reds near the pink spot might be what Judd plays here. It's not bad.
26.
Hampered slightly.
$23.
The chances there now, though. So that last frame could be the turning point in this match.
He's won 8 of the last 10 frames.
30.
What an ideal time this
34.
would be to turn up the gas.
38. $39. Your trump, 39.
Amazing. The only consolation for Judd is the black's gone safe. But let's have another look at this. No kick, just a bad strike there. As I say, that black running safe is very useful from Judd's point of view.
1.
Oh, he looks to have dropped straight on the blue. I think if he just drops the blue in, screws back a fraction, he might. He's just looking to see if he can get to the red to the left of the black. Let's have a look. Just almost dead straight, so just needs to leave the white in such a position that he can get to that red that's to the left of the black. And if he's held the spot, that's even better. It'll go on the black spot, and then he doesn't have too much to do with this red to get himself onto the blue.
Shaun Murphy.
Not a good sign there. It looked as if he could maybe stroke that in and leave himself this side. You know, if he just rolls this red in, he's got the blue for the other corner rather than forcing it across.
Foul.
Well, it's all happening, and
Shaun
there's a
Murphy
red up
foul.
in the balk area.
Thank you.
We're getting down to the closing stages of this match, and both players starting to feel the pressure.
Yeah, it's about time we have one of these frames. It's not great where the balls are, though. Okay.
1.
First red was all right. A couple of reds in the open, but the high colours not nicely placed at the moment. Not too sure he's come right on this. Gee whiz. If he's messed that up from balk, from the D, that's a schoolboy error.
Well, it looks as if he's left himself. If he screws back, he might hit the yellow. That's why he had to stun to avoid canning into the yellow, which means he's faced with a much more difficult pot.
Shaun Murphy, 5.
I think that last frame has just knocked Shaun for 6 at the moment. And all of a sudden, well, maybe that was a kick. That could be a costly kick. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, he got a heavy contact that time.
Well,
I would suggest that nothing's certain for the rest of this frame now. Both players have all of a sudden got out of the comfort zone.
6.
You know, I'd forget about the pink and black at the moment, just concentrate on the blue, and then a cannon into the little triangular reds. Get yourself right back into the frame. Don't make it complicated.
7.
He's brought one red into play. So it's got to be colour red and then get on the blue in such a way that you can cannon into the little triangular
Bravo.
reds. So this is a key shot. Got
11.
to get the correct angle on the blue, and you've got to pot the red.
12.
He can force it up and play the cannon here. This could pave the way to winning the frame. How's your luck? Not that good. He's a bit close to this red. He might be able to pot it. He needs a bit of an angle, otherwise he'd push it.
17.
Well, from being that straight on the blue, he hit that as well as he possibly could have done. He's just got enough separation that these are very difficult to play, apart from the fact of avoiding the push shot or the double hit. Oh, that's very hard. He's come down the table, looks like he's playing safe. Well, this was what he thought about.
Well, if he takes the pot on, the old referee's going to have to keep his eye on this one. He's got to get that tip out of the way if he tries to pot this, otherwise he could push it.
Safety shot of 2 cushions.
Shaun Murphy.
Well, that's a good cue ball he's got there. And the reds, well, they could have gone anywhere once he cannoned into them, but as long as you get the white near that cushion, this may cut. Well, that's a very good safety from Judd there.
Foul. Miss. Your trump full.
Better missing than hitting it too thick. Judd just coming to the table, but better to put it back, you would feel, unless he feels he can put Shaun in a more awkward position playing it himself. No, he doesn't like it, so can have it put back. 3 options there. You can play the shot yourself, you can have it put back, or you can make the player play from where it's finished.
Okay. Okay.
Got to hit it this time, really. He doesn't want to miss it twice and then be warned about the 3 misses. Well played. Oh, he's going to slip around the back of it. What a mistake this is.
Foul, the miss. Shaun Murphy, full.
What a mistake he's made there.
It's going to be tough to get high on the blue. At least I think it's going to be tough to get high on the blue. Good play for the black. Yeah.
One.
If you can get that black back on the spot, it's a chance.
Yeah.
He had to just hit that full ball and slipped around the back of it. And Shaun's got very little to do with this black. Just drop it in and he'll come across and leave a choice of the reds. We've had a lot of big breaks to win frames in this session. This has been a very tense tactical affair. Both players missing chances, and Shaun almost missed the black there.
One of the few players who doesn't have a screw-in joint in the bottom of his cue, which is a more solid option than putting the extension sleeve over.
Nine.
I'll tell you what, he knocked that in with confidence. And where's the side? I was waiting for the white to come back with side. Is he just about okay? I think he is, but he's going to have to play up for the blue, you would feel. He's 10 points in front.
That's missable now.
Shaun Murphy, 16.
Getting tenser by the minute.
All you snooker fans would have worked out that Judd Trump needs the pink. Wouldn't be that clever to knock the pink up the table off of this shot. Not sure what he was lining up there for a split second. Leave that pink where it is. Judd's just got to be careful he doesn't hit the green on the way back up here with the... Well, he did hit the green, but in contact. It's a big shot to take on.
Well, you know, Shaun Murphy, he doesn't hold back if he can see half a chance. Will he refuse it and play a good safety shot? The right choice there, you would feel. Could have done without the flick on the brown. It's not a snooker. Full ball contact on the brown. It was a snooker. Well, if he's got the snooker, that's well played.
Yeah, it's what looked like a pretty innocuous little shot. Oh, I think he can get past. Not so bad. If it had been snookered, it was a tricky one to get out of, really. Great shot back, though, from Judd Trump. Looks on first glance to be the two cushion escape and trust a bit to luck. could swerve round, but it's pretty tight. Cue ball's got to go past the brown, then avoid the blue.
That's what he's looking at. He hasn't knocked it safe though. Just in between frames, so lots of noise coming from the other side. The curtain hasn't put Judd off. Oh, what a flick on the blue that was.
Well, it was advantage Shaun Murphy, and now he's just got to hope that Judd Trump can't get that pink out into play. You'd expect Judd Trump to pot blue, then clear at least up to the blue. Nicely controlled.
6.
It's going to be fascinating to see how he goes about
8.
getting onto that pink.
He's on the brink of 12-10 here.
That's pretty good. He'd like to come up the right side of the table to be able to pot the blue in the middle, come off the cushion, past the black, move the pink. Can he get over there? He certainly can.
15.
This is a tough shot to judge. It's like a stun shot. Pot the blue, come off the back cushion. Well, is he going to leave a double? Oh, I think I'd rather play to move it, being a left-hander.
I think he's odds against moving it, to be quite honest, but he did have a quick look at the double. Turned that down. That's the shot he's played. Well, it looks like he's moved it, but not enough. Oh, what did they give him for
20.
another? Half a pound of effort. Well, he's still in the driving seat now. 10 points in front. He only needs the pink. Advantage Judd Trump.
20.
And a good safety. And this isn't easy to keep safe.
Oh, he's got the double kiss. He got the double kiss. He's got a good cue ball. That's going to pull up. Well, what a shot Judd Trump's faced with. He will have to take the pot on. There's no easy safety, but look where the cue ball is.
Maybe going towards the same pocket again off 2 cushions. Oh! Moved his body a bit. He could only hit the top of the ball. And bizarrely,
Shaun Murphy.
he's got away with it.
He's got away with it in one respect, but he could be in trouble after this next shot. He could be snookered behind the black. But how often do you see that at this stage of a match, to see a miscue? But look at this. Is the white going to pull up? Not quite, but he's got a good pink.
Excellent shot from Judd Trump. The scores are no different. Shaun Murphy needs both balls. Judd Trump just needs the pink.
Yeah, how did he miscue and get it safe? It's amazing. Didn't make any difference to the frame because of where it finished up.
That's an excellent shot. Another difficult one for Judd Trump to play. I don't necessarily think he can play side to side on this one. It's got to be up and down. Oh, he has tried to. Yeah, good shot. Wasn't as easy to play that one side to side. It's much more of a common containing safety shot these days than risking sending the cue ball, the object ball up the table and leave your opponent a chance at a pot into the corner pocket. Oh, has he let the pink go? Oh, very nicely judged.
Settle down, Steve, settle down.
Thought he did it too hard.
This is good stuff. Who's going to make the mistake? Cat and mouse. It's like a game of chess with balls at the moment.
It's a monstrous frame in the context of the match. Shaun Murphy may play side-to-side safety here as well. Well, that was aggressive and a mistake, I feel. Side-to-side safety was nailed on, and he's left it over the pocket trying to get a snooker.
Yeah, you never know where the object ball's going when you hit cushion first. Maybe just the wrong choice on this occasion, but whatever. It is tense. Where's the pink going? Where's the pink? Is it going to be safe? The white's following it up the table. He's got it safe. Wow. It's all happening here at the Crucible.
This is thin. This is very thin.
Well, if he cuts it in, the white's going to go way down the table and back up again. He's taking it on. Keep your eye on the cue ball. Keep your eye on the cue ball. Keep your... Oh! Well, if he misses the middle pocket, he would have been perfect on the black. He's looking at cutting this in. What a shot this would be.
I don't think the green pocket comes into the equation here. It's just plain ball pot.
No, that's okay.
Shaun Murphy, 6.
I think the green pocket did come into the equation. If he'd have caught that a bit thicker, that cue ball would have been even closer to the corner. This is even thinner. Can't take this on, surely.
It needs to run on a little bit. That's pretty good.
Under the circumstances, excellent there. Once again, side-to-side safety. But don't leave the double. And he hasn't really left a simple double. In trying to double this, Judd Trump would be losing control of the cue ball, so the right shot is a safety. But if it goes in...
He's tried the double, but he played it in such a way that he missed it on the right side of the pocket. Maybe he didn't try the double, but the black went reasonably close to that middle pocket, and Shaun Murphy's faced with, well, you know what Shaun's like. He sometimes can't resist, and
there's no great safety on.
What a pot this would be. He's left a long straight black, and he hit that very hard. How hard will Judd hit this one?
Shaun played a clever shot there. He played the stun run through to try and get that cue ball down out of harm's way if he missed it.
I'll tell you what, Steve, Shaun is right down the line of this pot. He will know if the black's in before anybody. He's sitting right in line with it. Where's the black going to finish? And Judd seemed to hit it a little harder than he needed also. What
Thank you.
a
Quiet,
tense
please.
frame this has been. Almost half an hour's play. And this is still anyone's quarter-final. You don't see Shaun Murphy react like that very often, but he's all square. It's 11 each.
You're absolutely right, Dennis. You very rarely see Shaun Murphy react like that, but no wonder. An absolutely sensational frame for drama.
Everything. I mean, I got sweaty palms. Looking at anybody I'm watching it, I'm going, oh, not that shot, not the other one. It's absolutely been fantastic. Some of the shots on the black were brilliant. You can tell the tension's there. Boy, did Judd give that a thump the last black, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. I mean, have a look at this. Have a look at this. Well, that was the missed. Judd Trump missed that into the green pocket. He's left that for Shaun, and there's his reaction. Fantastic reaction, but I think Judd Trump will be absolutely kicking himself. When Shaun Murphy attempted that snooker behind the black with the pink and black left, and the pink went over the green pocket. I mean, it was a straightforward shot, but frame.
Everything, didn't it? Because, you know, he had a couple of chances on the pink as well. Then we had that dramatic miscue, chasing the black all the way around the houses. Extraordinary stuff.
Do you think this means anything to anybody out there at the moment? It's absolutely incredible. I mean, if that's the start of the twitching as we were and what was going on, I mean, the miscue is absolutely incredible. I mean, if you look at this, I mean, look, everything looks all right there, but he's trying to. I mean, that's so unusual to see. It
was a fantastically difficult attempt at a pot, though, from that angle, from where the white was.
Yeah, but you don't expect somebody at this level to be miscuing from there. And I tell you what, if anything, he's lucky when he's miscued. He's left a cue ball where he's left it. Because if he hits it hard, it comes back up off the cushion. If he hits it softer, it's on the pink. So he actually, in effect, got away with that.
Interesting to note that Judd Trump stayed in there whilst Shaun's walked out, clearly very demonstrative. Because he knows he's been within a whisker of coming close to the semi-final there. Now it's a real test.
Well, sometimes, you know, when the pressure really gets to you, you actually gets to you in your legs as well. I mean, sometimes you just want to sit down because you're so drained from the pressure of those misses. He'll know the importance of it. And, like, maybe he just wanted to just sit down and just relax. And Murphy's obviously pumped up. He wants to get out. But sometimes it is best to get out and just clear your head a little bit, but sometimes you just can't. The pressure sort of takes.
There's certainly both of them going through the mill this afternoon, because Shaun should have won the frame before, got the kick, lost it to the game. Judd, you should have won that one with the pink over that. I mean, honestly, the two of them are going right through. This is championship snooker at the highest level, with two players desperate to get through.
How do you read the next frame?
It's huge. I mean, every frame is huge, you know, but it's like, as the great Sir Alex Ferguson would say, squeaky bum time. And it's huge for both players, just to get their nose in front, you know. 1 up with 2 to play is a nice position to be in, but after that last frame, it's going to be so, you know, we said it's going to go right to the wire. We think it still will.
How important, I did mention earlier on that Shaun had come through a very tight match against Graham Dott. In some respects, will that stand him in good stead as we come towards the end of this one, John?
I honestly don't think it's going to make that much difference in this at the moment. It's what's out there in front of you and who's going to handle it the best and get the chances.
All right, well, Steve Davis was certainly pretty excited, as indeed were we all, in that last frame. We're sending in the pills, Steve.
I think he needs them hits. I've never known him get so excited. He certainly didn't get that excited when he was playing and beating everybody. Can Shaun start with one of his famous long pots? These boys are just hitting the balls at the moment harder than they normally would do. And the harder you hit them, the less chance the pocket has of accepting them. We've seen them both hit the black harder than they needed the previous frame.
Whoa.
And what about that for an opener? The black wasn't available. How well did he hit this? How's your luck? Oh, that little flick. Has it helped things? Do you know, it looks as if he's covered everything. You wouldn't believe it. There's only one red up into the corner that might be available. Let's have a look at this again. He couldn't have hit this any better, but they're all covering each other.
Well, he's got a bit of awkward cueing, but in one shot he could open the black out here. He's got to go for it. Pot the red, cannon the other red away.
He has a gap through to that one, Steve, as you said, and he's done exactly as you predicted. for a moment I thought he was unlucky there, but he picked out a little beauty, and the chance is there now.
14.
We always got a kick, but I think he's
15.
just okay, but it was a heavy contact. Well, we had a 30-minute frame with a lot of drama. This one might not last as long.
That
wasn't great. Loads of area of the table where he would have had ideal position, and he's found an area of the table that's not ideal. Can he just screw around the back of that red for the black in the same pocket?
23.
Nicely played. Easy to have gone wrong, that. Normal service has been resumed for Judd Trump, and he just needs to keep his composure here because it's an ideal opportunity. It's not something he struggles at on the big occasion.
$38. 39.
Three difficult
46.
reds on the table, but he won't need them to get over the line.
47.
Didn't really get that much
54.
movement on the cue ball there. Wanted to be closer to the red over the right middle. Just checking to see if the blue goes past the red. I think it does.
$55.
Well, both these players proving that under pressure they can produce the goods. We've seen
60.
an awful lot of twitching in the previous frame, and now we're seeing Judd back to his best again.
$61.
Just a couple more pots away from securing this frame with one visit.
$68.
Someone in the audience, just a little bit of movement.
$69. $74.
This seals the frame completely, I would say.
75.
And I think Judd just displaying what a great temperament he has after what happened in the previous frame. He missed a sitter of a pink, but he's forgotten all about that,
82.
and he's getting on with the job in hand. And this is superb from this young player. from Bristol. Shaun Murphy has got to get himself ready for the next frame.
Yes, and this excellent break has earned Judd
90.
the right to have 2 bites at the cherry for a place in the semi-final.
Judd trump 90.
No century break, but Judd won't even consider that. That was a fabulous break of 90, showing his mettle there. And Judd Trump has got himself into the lead at 12-11. He just needs one more frame for a place in the semi-final.
And what did that to break a 90 tell us about this young man's temperament out there, as Dennis was saying?
Fantastic. I mean, it's been a feature today that every time he's had a setback, like early on he lost that frame to the clearance, came back straight away the next frame. You know, really good. I mean, he's maturing as a match player. Yes, he still likes to play the shots and play over them, but there's certain aspects of the game you can see just improving and being better than they were.
Takes some doing, Ken, because after
Yeah.
a setback like he's just had, clearly, and the miscue as well, which is bound to unsettle you in a pressure situation.
Absolutely, it is a little bit nervy, and particularly the way he lost that frame. And sometimes you sort of, your head goes a little bit fuzzy, you know, and that's just pressure, and that's exactly what happens. You can't, you know, concentrate. You can't see the shots as clearly, and sometimes you see everything that's a little bit awkward. But he had one particular shot at the beginning of that frame that really set the break open. Steve Davis rightly called it. One shot, nice red into the corner, a little bit awkward cueing, opened up the black and then went on, and that was a big shot. He missed a few in the last one, but that was a fantastic break. And as Dennis said, to hold his temperament, it showed a lot of class.
Yeah.
He's thrown the gauntlet down again to Shaun. He said, look, I'm ready to win. You know, I've got to do it. It's up to you. You know, if you're going to come back, you've got to do the same as me.
Indeed, and in some respects it's taken the steam out of Shaun Murphy, because he came back all pumped up clearly after that first one going out there, and now he's back to square one effectively.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll always remember, and that was the reason I said about Judd Trump sometimes sitting in your chair. Sometimes your legs, you know, you get a little bit weak in the legs. Steve Davis said, you know, in '85 his legs didn't feel like his own, and sometimes that does happen. Sometimes you just need to sit down, just relax, clear your head. And it sort of worked out for him a little bit there, you know, but it was a fantastic break. Takes a lot of character. There's a lot of pressure on these guys for you know, just to get into that semi-final. It's a big
Indeed,
match.
and we haven't had many pressure finishes like this at the Crucible so far this year. It's been a strange championship in that respect, and this is what we all love about this venue.
Absolutely, and if you were right in your prediction early on and this goes to the final frame, it'll only be the second one in the championship.
Oh, I don't know if it was a prediction, John. I think it was simply wishful thinking on my part. Back we go.
An attempt at a long pot for Judd. Superb, and look where he put the cue ball. That was very confidently played, and these boys have got the whole of the Crucible to themselves as we show you that long pot. Play finished on the other table, no distractions now, and there was a big cheer went up when they lifted that curtain. I'm not sure about this one. This may be out of position. He's going to have to take the one to the right of the blue.
3.
That was a bit of adrenaline, I feel. Don't think he was trying to screw onto the blue. He's hit that with 3 feet more pace than he needed.
Well, another long pot for Judd to go at. Oh, and look what's happened. The only red he could leave was the one he took on, and it hit the brown and has left an easy starter for Shaun. And he can get up to the business end of the table in a couple of shots' time, just having a look. Those 2 reds, or one of them goes. He's thinking a couple of shots ahead there.
Yeah, it would be nice if one of those 2 reds to the left of the pink did go, because he could go red, green, and then use one of those reds where he's lining up now to get nicely on the black to open things up from the black. But those 3 reds around the black are in the way of each other a bit. It looks quite tight. He wants to get relatively straight on this outside red.
Just watch this red. Shaun was
4.
pleasantly surprised to see that miss the pocket.
Five.
Just a couple of delicate little shots required here just to clear the black spot area for both corners. Oh, is he just okay? I think he is.
That was perfectly
12.
played. Deserves to be on this red.
13.
Oh, that wasn't perfectly played by any means. He might still have a red to the left middle, but that was a careless one from Shaun there.
It was either a misjudgment of the
20.
path that the cue ball was going to go on, or he failed to put any topspin on if he was going to try and come to the right hand side of the table. Is there a gap?
It's a big shot he's looking at here. If it doesn't go into the middle pocket, he's got to take it up into the corner. He'd prefer the middle.
Great
It's there.
21.
No prizes for guessing this shot. At least I think it's nailed on. Wow, there are prizes.
Didn't take the risk of going straight into the pink.
I think I'd have had to have gone into it. Panic would have set in. He's got to go into them at some stage. Will he get a better chance than that?
27.
If he had had a better angle, he could have gone into them this time, because he has the loose red as a little bit of insurance, and he might be able to do that. He certainly has. Where's the red going? It's okay. Getting excited again. We'll have to settle down.
Marvellously
34.
well played from Shaun Murphy. Didn't panic.
$35.
Well, what a quarter-final these two players have given us here. It's been fascinating all the way through. It really has. It deserves a deciding frame. Judd wouldn't like to see that, but there's every chance that might happen now. Just roll the black in, the red's near the middle, and then get nicely onto the blue. There is a red available to the right of the bunch.
42. $43.
He can play on that one red that's potable into the left corner pocket. And then he's going to need a little cannon, so imperative he gets a good position on the black.
48. $49.
Doesn't have to crash into them. If he gets a cannon on the red to the right of that little bunch, he'd be okay. Let's see how he plays it. He's played that cannon, and it's worked out. It wasn't as he intended, but he'll take that. He wanted a fuller contact. He wanted to hit that
56.
red full ball, but that'll do very nicely. Well, you've got to take your hat off to both players.
57.
We've seen that tactical frame where they were both twitching, and then we've seen Judd knock a 90 break in, and Shaun's come right back with this. It's brilliant stuff we're watching here.
$64. 65.
That's flicked another raid out. The black to make absolutely sure. I'll tell you what, Steve, that Hazel Irvine of ours knows her snooker. She predicted a final
72.
frame decider about an hour and a half ago. She knows what she's
73.
talking about.
Yeah, it's a shame there has to be a winner.
He's out of position here, but he's not really bothered.
80.
He can take a double on to possibly make a century. The crowd knew the double was in. Not the best flick there.
88.
Another double? Is it there? Not quite, but what a response from Shaun Murphy. Judd Trump made a 90 break in the previous frame. He's bounced right back with that break of 88. And would you believe it? It's 12 frames all. We've got ourselves a decider. Well, Steve, you know, it was exciting when you used to be out there playing, but the boys in the studio were saying their hands were perspiring. My hands are perspiring here, and I've never seen you get so excited, Steve.
It's been a fantastic match, and as Hazel said, there haven't been many close matches between some of the heavyweights of the game. This is for a place in the semi-final and the one-table setup. Both players will be so delighted with how they played so far, but it's all about winning. Doesn't matter how well you played, this one frame, all you want to do is win it.
It's all about getting a chance. As John Parrott says, you just want one chance. If you don't take it, well, that's the way it goes, but as long as you get that chance. So it's going to be fascinating to see how it pans out. Shaun Murphy looking to give himself a chance of winning his second world title. Judd Trump, who has been a world #1 but yet to be world champion. There's a lot riding on this deciding frame, but haven't they put a fabulous quarter-final on for everyone? As I said, they've got the whole of the crucible to themselves. Handshakes and little smiles.
Thank you. 25th and final frame. Judd Trump to break.
Off we go then with a deciding frame for a place in the quarter-final. And straight away Shaun is faced with that red that Judd seems to leave on off the break-off shot each time. But boy, is this tough under the circumstances. Oh wow, what a start! What a start!
Whoa.
Finished a little awkward though. Can't do a great deal with the cue ball being so close to the cushion. In fact, very difficult to get anywhere near a red from that situation.
Yeah, another balls without would make it an easier prospect. Not guaranteed he's playing the pot even.
No, the way he's looking there, he's just finding a good safe
Yellow
spot
ball.
on the ball cushion.
Shaun Murphy, 1.
That's the distance of that opening brilliant pot, but didn't get the white where he intended.
Got to be careful here, he doesn't send the red over to the left corner. That's why he played it ultra thin and very well played. This safety shot may well be opening the Reds up even more.
The only thing, it's difficult from the right side of the bunch to get in behind the green and brown, and the yellow's off its spot. So nothing over the left side of the table to get behind. Just relying on getting it near the cushion. What's he looking at here? Is he looking at a possible plant? He's looked at the two reds, but where he is there.
Wow, it is a possible plant. Oh. That's a brave shot to take on. Screw back to balk. He's not playing it, but... Plant's been destroyed now, so... Tight frame. Black for once out of play.
Well, we've had two frames decided with one visit. Could this deciding frame be a tactical affair? That now sends the yellow over there also, so that's the target, trying to get onto or behind the yellow. You're guaranteed a snooker behind the green and brown. Absolutely nothing to play behind over that side of the table.
Chance now to get in behind the yellow. She's got to make sure he doesn't push Reds towards the right corner.
That's what he's looking at. Not quite. And all of a sudden, you could hear a pin drop in the crucible. No distractions from the other table. Doesn't get any better than this. A deciding frame, Crucible Theatre. Everybody's loving this.
Can he pot this red? Oh. Thought there was a gap. As it was. Mishit it to some degree. Got away with it. Or is there a red Judd can play? Yeah. Just by the pink.
Now, which player is going to get the cue ball over behind those three balk colours? The first to do that could gain an advantage.
Please.
And can you get your breath? Deciding frame, and someone's left the phone on. You cannot get your breath. It's much tougher to get down off the red that's near the cushion. That's to the left of the whole bunch of reds. The ones near the pink, it's easier to get down off those.
It's getting much tougher to make a frame-winning break.
This looks a better line with the cue ball. Is he hard enough? And where's the red coming? He's brought the red up, so the mistake is made. Judd gets the first chance.
Would consider himself unlucky for that red to escape back up the table with so many reds around.
Well,
That's going to come up short. The pink's awkward. The black's out of commission at the moment. Pink's not available into either corner pockets, is available into the left middle only at the moment.
Six. Seven.
Well, he didn't pot it in the middle of the pocket that time, which means he didn't get the right side of the blue. Have a look at this, went in off the right side of the pocket there. Now, if he could get himself onto his next red here, there's every chance that he could get the pink into play shortly.
The red to the left of the pink would be nice to get on, especially if it goes past the other red. He's lost it there completely. That's
12.
misjudgment, just a total misjudgment off the two cushions, really. He certainly wanted to come down more the left-hand side of the table.
Yeah, they're all covering each other, aren't they? The pink's covering the white. There's nothing that'll pass. See, that red won't pass the other red.
Actually, I misjudged that myself. That red doesn't go past the red. So he actually came too far down the left-hand side of the table. It was the red to the right of the pink that went. Yeah. Well, arguably an even bigger misjudgment there by Judd Trump to lose that cue ball down the table.
He's got to just concentrate and try and get in behind the yellow. This is not a bad effort. This is not a bad effort. It needs to keep going though, because he's pushed one near the right corner. Might be, but I wouldn't like to be taking that on.
He's not even looking at that now.
He can glance off the blue and keep the white tight on the cushion. I don't think he can get in behind the yellow off the blue.
Well, off the back cushion to hit the yellow is a way of playing it safe.
Yeah, the angles to do that, you'd have to be spot on. If you missed the yellow, you could leave a free ball.
Shaun Murphy, 1.
Well, I think at this level, choices of shots, a bit of a grey area really. What he's done is left Judd clear on a red with a chance of having to get back down the table. So in a way, sort of asking the question, can you get back down the table instead of playing a rolling up into the back of the pack sort of.
This is a delicate safety shot he's faced with. He's played it well. He's played it very well.
Oh, what a time to get a frame like this.
Well, we had 2 frames that one lasted just over 7 minutes, the other just over 8 minutes. We've been going 14 minutes. But this is what the game sometimes is all about. And there's a red gone right next to the black. Bit thick this time. Not too much damage done because either pot has got so much risk. You have no guarantee of getting onto a colour.
Called it a bit thick. Didn't look at first as if there was any damage. As you say, done there, Dennis. Shaun Murphy's got a tempter of a red to the right corner, but it would only be a tempter if he could guarantee getting that cue ball out into open play. Doesn't look like that's the case. He's good with the rest. He's taking it on, I think.
There might
Big
be a
shot.
gap. Big shot, as you say, Steve. He's played it with a lot of side, though. That's why he missed the pot. He didn't want to cannon into the red and pink. Look at that scoreline. 12, 12, 12, 2. There's a lot of 12s there. But 13 is the magic number.
Fractionally thick from Judd Trump again, just snuck behind the green. It looks like all Shaun can do is play thin off the red on the left-hand side cushion, and all of a sudden use those angles to try and get some type of snooker. Was he going for it? No, surely not.
No.
The way he just moved, the way he got down to that, as if he was going for it.
Trump 4.
He's mishit that a lot thicker than Judd's, and I would suggest no damage done.
Well, there is a red that'll pot into the right corner, but the cue ball would be careering into the reds. Match time just over 7 hours. Now, is Judd gonna... He's thinking about taking this on and just trusting to luck, playing with a lot of power, but that little shake of the head tells you it's the wrong shot. Good safety shot. Try and get in behind one of those ball colours. He's not going to risk any reckless shots at this stage. That's pretty good. He really has played some superb tactical play. He's ahead of Shaun Murphy in the safety success department. There it is, 88% to Shaun Murphy's 85%. Who would have thought that before this match started? But he is developing into an all-round player, is Judd. A couple of years ago when he got to the final, I said he was the greatest potter I'd ever seen. I've never seen potting like it. But he's now got a pretty good tactical game also.
What's fascinating here is two of the greatest aggressive shot makers in the game forced to play a tactical last frame. Is there a possibility, Dennis, of twice across the table to lay on the red by the black?
There's a couple of options open to him, and if he did land on that red, he'd have to be very precise, because there's a couple of reds would pot into the right corner. That's what he's looking at there. So it's tough. He could go twice across, but it looks as if he's... Is he going for the old... He was going to go for the two cushion escape. Now he's looking at twice across, and he can land on that one that's to the right of the black if he judges it. Now let's see. This looks pretty good line. Needs to keep going though. Needs to keep going. Is it there? It's hit the red. It's hit it. What a great escape.
It's so good, it's still hitting it.
I wasn't sure if he was going to reach there, but just at the end, let's have a look. Is he just near touch?
Oh, that is not touching. Did our referee say touching ball there? Not sure.
Can he see enough of this to pot it? He can, but he's nowhere near the pot. played that as a sort of shot to nothing. If I knock this in, I'm on a ball colour, but well, it looked as if someone moved the pocket there, because unlike Judd Trump to miss one by that much. Now Shaun Murphy's got this red into the right corner, but now he's a very aggressive player. If he takes this on, he's no idea where the cue ball is going to finish. He's going to pot this with lots of pace. Oh, big shot. He's unlucky. He had no idea where the cue ball was going to finish, but he didn't think he was going to finish on the cushion.
He didn't cannon that red as he thought he was going to. He thought he was going to get a half-ball collision there that would have perhaps got the cue ball into open play. Wow.
He was walking around the table and he was still laughing there. He can't believe where the cue ball finished. He can play the brown as long as he covers the red that's to the left of the blue.
That's risky. It is risky. He knows full well Judd's capable of potting that red in the middle pocket. He may be better just playing the blue full in the face and sending the cue ball down into the middle of the bulk cushion.
That shot is available to him. He'd have to get it absolutely spot on, though.
Blue ball.
Off the blue, off the side cushion. He's left the red, I think. Unless it's landed tight on the yellow. Maybe it has.
Well, he's been so fortunate there. Judd looked to the heavens. Touching the yellow. Snookered Judd on everything other than that red. Is he taking this on?
Well, what sort of choice of shot was that? Was he so disappointed at how Shaun left the balls? I can't believe he got down and hammered that, but...
Just when you want an easy chance. Shaun. This was Judd Trump looking at how the yellow got in the way.
Well, there's the reaction from Judd, but he's played so many good safety shots, but the shot he took on there, I mean, he could have stuck the lot up.
One.
That was a superb shot.
Just tucking in behind the yellow here. It's what he's looking to see. He can't cut that in. It looks too thin. Well, the way he's looking, he's going to take the cut on. Well, Judd took a very reckless shot on previously.
Yellow ball.
No, he's decided. I mean, that there, boy, he could have lost his
Shaun Murphy's
quarter-final with that one shot. He's in behind the yellow, as we said would happen. Or is he? He is. Twice across the table would be okay this time to land on the red to the right of the black. I think he can see enough of the side cushion. He could play it with a touch aside to get there. That's the shot that could be available to Judd, and he would be pretty safe. He's looking at just coming off the side cushion to play the red near the middle pocket, but that's, I think, twice across has got to be the shot. I think he's now looking at that. That's the one, I would feel.
just. Excellent shot. And also a small headache for Shaun Murphy. That red over the middle pocket will be causing a few problems. And it's a little bit risky to try and send it back up the table without getting the double kiss. This is something, if he's going to play that way, it's something you've got to know your angles, how they, both the balls come off correctly identified. Rightly identified the double kiss wasn't on, and you have to be very sure of yourself on that shot.
Oh, that's not the way he played it. He'll take that though. I mean, this is some battle. 26 minutes and 21 seconds and counting. There's still 9 reds left on the table. Who would have thought that? But watch this here. He just hit it far too thin and almost hit that red and somehow got back up the table.
Playing this as not to try and cut this into the pocket, but just to hit the jaws. And then wobble it across the table. Didn't play it. Well, if he did, braver than most. It's a natural shot to play that as a safety shot. Top cushion, hit the bump and send it back along the table. And of course he had so much pace on the cue ball, it really couldn't have been the shot he played.
He's one of the best in the business with the rest. But boy, does he need some shot here. Not only the pot, but to get on a red.
Yellow ball.
He's playing the yellow to get in behind the... Well, can he get in behind the brown? Don't blame him. Don't blame him for refusing the green. Has he got in behind the brown? He has. Well, there's no escape similar to the one he played previously. That's near the black. Oh, well played, well judged. That wasn't as easy an angle as the previous escape. Well, if you've just come in from work and you've settled down in front of the television with your tea, you're seeing some fantastic drama here. We've had an unbelievable quarter-final and a very awkward deciding frame, but very tense. The players have made 90 break, 88 break to get all square, and we're seeing some terrific tactical play here.
Beautifully judged safety shot from Judd Trump. But it's still so difficult to force an error.
the first frame was the longest frame of this match. It lasted just over 38 minutes. It was a tactical frame, but it didn't have the tension that this frame has. Has he judged it as good as Judd? He has. You can send him down towards the blue again. Just slip off that red that's just above the black spot. A little thin one. And as long as he doesn't go in the corner pocket, he might get in behind the blue again. He might just get in behind the blue again. Well, this Crucible crowd are enjoying every minute of this. That's a beauty. Well, he'd love to lay on the red that's to the left of the black and reds that are on this back cushion. But how can he get an angle? There's the Crucible. It's just the most fantastic place to be out there playing in. Can he get round the angles? That's near the middle pocket, that.
Take the phone off, please. Foul and a miss. Judd Trump full.
And that will have to go back. It's a delicate little angle he's looking at because he's so close to the first cushion that he's trying to hit. It's going to come up short. And he might leave the red. The red will pot.
Judd Trump full.
So it's a chance for Judd. That fabulous snooker he got in behind the blue has given himself a chance. But look at the way the reds are. That puts him 20 points in front. You can see a couple more reds and pinks. But where's the other balls going to come from?
Seven. 8.
Well, this 30-point lead is made more valuable by the state of the balls, but he'd love to convert it into more. Clever shot.
Well, that's certainly converted one of the reds, and being a left-hander, the other one that's near the cushion's not too badly placed for Judd. He's got a screw back for the pink here. Well, he really got on that. Just adrenaline there, wasn't it, Steve?
With the extra weight of the cue there, with the extension on, gave the shot more force. And actually, in some ways, this is not a bad situation for Judd Trump, because he can try and pick off colour at a time, extend his lead with very little risk.
The shake of the head. He's got an angle to pop the pink and try and cannon the red out here, and that's what he's going to attempt. Well, it's finished in no man's land. He tried to drop on that red, but he's got an extra 6 points. He's 40 points in front. He's got 4 reds tied up in the cushion. He can glance off this and leave it up near the baulk cushion. A little thin one. I think he can get off the side cushion, miss the middle pocket. He's just going round to have a look where he'd like to put the cue ball. So he's certainly in the driving seat at the moment. But if Shaun can get some of those reds into play, and possibly the black, there may be a long way to go yet in this frame.
Judd Trump, 21.
And maybe a chance to bring the black into play. He could take the pot on, but if he doubles the red across the table, gets the white down behind the green, that red may free the two reds and black. It's just how he feels. He's looking at the potting angle, but that other shot is available to him. But he's quite an aggressive player, and the way he's queuing up, he's taking this on. It's a cracking pot. He's a bit unlucky with the cue ball.
1.
It was a cracking pot. Could have been tears if it had gone wrong. There's no clear-cut opportunity to win the frame in one visit, but Shaun played a very brave shot there.
Pot the pink, bring the black into play, and possibly a couple of reds, send the white up towards the brown. This could be a key shot. I said the reds were all tied up,
7.
and the black was. There won't be after this next shot.
He's got to be careful with that first red, that it doesn't escape into a potable position. Don't knock the brown in.
7, Shaun Murphy. 4, Judd Trump.
That was
Thank
very
you.
unlucky. Okay, he hasn't left a pot on for Judd, but I say he hasn't left a pot. He'll try and cut this in with safety in mind. Oh, he's made a bit of a mess of it. A couple of minutes ago, everything was tied up. It's not tied up now. Another aggressive pot from Shaun. Does this fella pull some shots out under pressure? He's on the black, I think. And if the red goes, as we show you that fabulous pot, if the red goes past the other red, Judd, he won't be able to tell from his seat, but I think the red, or one of the two reds, goes. What a shot that last one was. And that's just about perfect.
Eight.
What a magnificent recovery to try and get back in this frame. It looked like he was down and out.
Now the longest frame of the match, the most exciting frame of the match. And it's certainly the most important frame of the match. He's got the angle. If he can nudge, he doesn't want to double kiss this red. If he tries to just move it out, he needs to hit it half ball. The last thing he would want to do would be to double kiss this one and leave himself out of position. This is such a key shot coming up. And can you believe it? He didn't want to double kiss it and he missed it altogether, but he seemed to hit that harder than he needed.
16.
Bad mistake.
Well, a half ball stun on the other side. Should have released the red. Has he got a good snooker behind the brown? I think he has.
Shaun Murphy, 16.
What a frame. Oh.
Well, he's loving it. Shaun's smiling away. He relishes this sort of situation. He really does. And Judd, well, what a tough safety he's faced with here. Full length of the table, needs a thin contact, and I'm not surprised that that's happened.
Foul, miss. Shaun Murphy full.
It's not a free ball.
Oh, I tell you what,
He'll be put back.
Back.
yeah, put back.
Terry, can you just bring it to you, please?
Just have to check where the yellow was. He's just asking the scorer to have a look at the monitor.
Yellow.
That's where it was originally. Let's have a look where it is now. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Now he's got to get the white back. The yellow's not the important one.
Okay.
It's the cue ball. There might be a little chalk mark on the cloth where you push the cue through, which will help them. But how close was he to the cushion?
Is that okay?
Let's have a look at the original. Let's have a look at it now. Oh, it's a bit closer to the cushion there, I think. Makes it slightly more difficult.
So it'd be
Oh, yeah.
so critical.
Well, the closer you are to the cushion, the more difficult striking it is. It's only a fraction.
This is where the honesty of the players come in. There's no way that Judd would try and get an advantage from this.
Let's have a look at the original. That's it. Now let's have a look now. You see, it's still a wee bit closer to the cushion, but it's not far away. No, I think it was. I think you could see more of it than that. I mean, he can't even see the red. It's got to be moved slightly to the right as we look at it. Well, but, you know, he's making it worse for himself there, Judd. Believe it or not, just a little bit like the footballers there. So they never don't fall in the penalty area or anything like that, do they?
Nope. I think we're going to be happy now.
Now that's where it was before. Let's see now. That's just about right. Now that's great sportsmanship. Judd was making it slightly more difficult for himself, so he can only just get to the edge of it. He's got the option of coming off the side cushion and trying to nestle on the red, but he's worried about pushing it into a potable position. Here we go. He's left a possible pot. He needs the yellow to come to the rescue. And it has. Well, a little fortunate, but he'll take that. He was hoping to get the white down near the cushion, and for the yellow to come to his rescue was very important. Oh, he's just okay. He's looking at the potting angle, but boy, is that thin. He's got an easy safety off the left side of the red, but he's going to need the extended rest if he's going to come down off that one.
This frame for a place in the semi-final, almost certainly against Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Who will it be? Will it be Judd Trump, or will it be the magician Shaun Murphy? Well, is he taking the cut on? It looks as if he is, but he's changed his mind. It's just too thin. I like this shot. I like this a lot. I like this shot very much indeed. He thought about trying to cut that in. He made the right decision.
We are staying with this final frame decider until its conclusion. Eggheads will follow straight afterwards.
Where's the red? Where is the red? It looks as if it might cut. So the chance is there. 17 points the difference. Can he get himself onto a colour? It's a thin one. He might come back up towards the pink and black. If he drops nicely on this pink, it could be the end of the quarter-final. And he's dropped nicely on it. But that tough red, Shaun knows that that might come to his rescue. Now, he's got to play the snooker now behind the black. You can't take this on across the cushion. Not at this stage, surely. He's 24 in front. He's within one shot of a place in the semi-final. It's make your mind up time. Surely he's got to play the snooker.
He seemed to hit that too hard. He wanted to just drop in behind it. Can't believe he was trying to shift it off the cushion, was he?
I think he did try to move it, so he didn't want to have the risky one along the cushion. Now he's got to send the red around and get the snooker behind the black.
This is the bravest pot, should he take it on.
He's guaranteed a good safety, a possible snooker, but it's up to Judd. Well, he could have played it a lot better than that. The white should have been in behind the black. I think he got himself a little confused. He just couldn't make his mind up. And
5 players.
That's a poor shot he's played there. Well, can Shaun the Magician Murphy wave his magic wand one more time? Not quite. Where's the red going? Needs a good safety shot here. If he's going to try and get the snooker behind the pink and black, he wants the white back behind the black spot area. He's got to make sure he doesn't send the red onto the yellow. If he misses the yellow with the red, he'll get it near the ball cushion. Not the best. One good pot from Judd Trump, and he's in the semi-final. Boy, is it a tough one, though. Is he on a colour, though? Oh, he's faced with a long black. He's 25 in front. Does he play the snooker? The percentage would be to play the snooker, and that's what he's done. Put the pressure on your opponent.
Well, he had the opportunity to try and pot the black into the green pocket, screw back to the top cushion. He's gone for the more conservative option. One lucky shot from Shaun Murphy gets him back into this frame.
Is it a lucky shot? He's smiling. He's got away with it, but he knows he could be
Right,
banging
please.
trouble. And he's left enough room for Shaun to go round the back of the yellow. It's a must-hit snooker now. Well, he's freed the blue, and he hasn't stuck the yellow up. OK, he might be snookered again, but all of a sudden it's a yellow ball fight.
Turn the phone off, please.
His phone's going off all over the crucible at the moment. That's 3 or 4 now we've had. Can he get the snooker again? Has he hit it?
Excellent.
Well, Shaun, on 2 occasions, has got out of a snooker and left it safe. Is he going to be third time lucky, or is he going to be unlucky? Needs another bit of good fortune here. He needs a bit of good fortune. Just the yellow needed. He doesn't have to play to get on the green. And in it goes. He didn't play to get on the green.
2.
Well, what a quarter-final we've had here. And it's not quite over just yet. But Shaun Murphy needs 1 snooker.
Fantastic pot from Judd Trump.
Judd Trump, 2.
Well, we've had so much drama in this deciding frame. Surely there's not more to come. Can Shaun Murphy get the snooker? He'll keep trying. That might be it all over now. Well, I must admit, I've enjoyed every single frame of this match. These boys have put a show on in the crucible here this afternoon. It's now just evening. And Judd Trump has done remarkably well. It doesn't matter whether the blue goes in or not. Shaun Murphy, the gentleman that he is, will come forward and congratulate Judd Trump. What a display of snooker, and Shaun Murphy there applauding the crowd, and Judd raises that fist. It's been a fabulous match. Well done to both players. You can't beat a deciding frame, but it's Judd Trump who runs out a winner, 13-12.